Anyway, moving on. Scott McIntyre decided to do Martina McBride's Wild Angels. Scott, you've been consistent. Think you have a great voice, crazy piano skills. I mean, mad keyboard skills, just wonderful. But someone on one of the blogs compared Scott to just a plain bowl of oatmeal. You know, no butter, no brown sugar, no cinnamon, nothing to spice it up a little bit, no walnuts, nutmeg, nothing. Just oats and water. That's it. And that's what it's really coming down to. I don't think this performance is going to be what distinguishes him from the rest of the pack. And I think he's on the fence. I don't think he'll go home tomorrow night, especially after Adam's performance. Wow. But I also don't think that he will stay much longer if it continues just to be this, like, flying under the radar. I don't know how much longer that'll work. Alexis Grace, Jolene, Dolly Parton. All I have to say is this. The maturity and the vocal ability that Allison has with her number, Alexis is on the other end of the spectrum. I recognize the song. It's going to be good no matter who does it because it's just a great song, period. But I didn't get that sense of desperation and agony and urgency that the song calls for. If Allison had done it, I would have definitely bought it. Alexis doing it, sorry, no sale. It's just not there. Danny Gokey, Jesus Take the Wheel, Carrie Underwood. I don't think the performance was bad, but like I said last week, whoever the stylist is needs to be fired because whatever they're doing to mess up Jasmine, I think the same curse has come to haunt Danny as well because I wasn't paying much attention to the song for that damn white jacket he was wearing. At first I thought, wait a minute, are we in the 80s? Is that members only he's wearing? What? Why? And then it got even worse because I thought, no, it's Inspector Gadget. Seriously, look at the jacket. Go back and look at it as he's performing. All I could hear in my head was do 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 do. I thought, Danny, take that freaking jacket off, please. Trying to concentrate on the performance. It should have been a lot more of a wow factor, especially coming from the guy who's soon to be, I think, the sole front runner in this competition if he can get back to his regular mode of performance. He raised the bar for himself already, and it was just underneath where he's been before. So hopefully next week he can bring it back up to snuff. And also, stay the hell away from that stylist, whoever it is. Take that jacket and burn it. But seriously, I mean, Simon and I are definitely on the same page about this. Anoop Desai, Willie Nelson, you were always on my mind. Anoop, you get the award for most improved this evening. I mean, absolutely. To have gone from beat it last week, and the less said about that, the better, to this week, that was 125% better. And all I can say is, hey, keep it up. To Megan Joy, Patsy Cline, Walking After Midnight. There's something very, very old-fashioned about her voice, like she would be someone you'd hear on a radio show back in the 20s. She has that kind of quality to her voice, and I do like that. People have a tendency not to like her because they think she overdoes the quirkiness and the weird dancing and, you know, just the way she moves around, which can be as distracting as a bad white jacket, hint, hint. But the fact that she was able to get that kind of a performance tonight, even though she was obviously very sick, that's the mark of a trooper too. I would say Megan definitely bought herself a pass to next week. I think she should stay. And last but not least, Matt Giraud with Carrie Underwood's So Small. This is not a song that I am familiar with. I mean, I've heard Carrie do maybe 3 songs in their entirety. Jesus Take the Wheel, Last Name, and of course Before He Cheats. And other than that, you ask me about a Carrie Underwood song, I'd be like, huh? She did more music than that. But somebody in the band remembers who Paul Buckmaster is. And if that name's not familiar to you, it's because I'm old. I'm very old. But if it's not familiar, go check out Elton John's older albums, especially Madman Across the Water. Paul Buckmaster was an amazing arranger and conductor who backed up Elton with some of the best arrangements on the best songs off most of his albums. So it definitely had that quality to it. And I liked the fact that they really acknowledged that when the strings and everything kicked in. I mean, the arrangement made the most of that kind of sound, and it really complements Matt's voice a lot. And it was a good song to do that on. So I don't think Matt's in any danger of going home. Things really changed up on this episode because I thought that for all the screaming they could sometimes do, that Adam was basically rock solid as far as being in the top 3. Now I'm not so sure. But we'll see. We'll see how the votes pan out. So who do I think, based on the performances tonight, is really in danger of going home? I'd say Adam first, Michael next, and if I had to pick a third, I would probably say Scott. But we'll see how that pans out. And that brings to a close another one of our AI recaps. This is Survivor 2002. I will be talking to y'all tomorrow night when we find out who does go home. So until then, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.